We got to talk about shrinking.
That's how we met.
That's how we met.
We'll never have a scene together. My goodness.
We'll never have a scene together.
This is great.
We've had this scene.
We'll have a scene together in another thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey everybody, it's Lilan Bowden, and welcome to the very first episode of Pondersations. I'm so excited that you're here with me. My first guest is my co-star from Shrinking, even though we've never shared a scene together, Luke Tennie. Amazing actor. You can also see him in Abbot Elementary, The Pitt, and he's got his own movie on YouTube out called Jade. Please check it out. This is the first conversation that Luke and I have actually had that's been longer than 3 minutes, so you can actually hear us becoming closer friends in real time. When we first started recording episodes, we were using voice memos that I recorded to myself as a jumping off point that me and my guests could talk about. But with Luke, we just jumped right into it to the point where we almost forget the voice memo. We found out that we have so much in common. We love our families. We love our siblings. We love our kids. We love our spouses. And we also have some hot takes on the education system. So please enjoy this awesome conversation where we're just hyping each other up and having a really great time. Welcome. That's my stepsister holding my son.
Right here?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like,
He's grown so much from us. That's a big kid. Yeah?
What'd you say?
Is that a big kid?
He's huge.
I'm about to say.
Luke.
That's a young man.
He is a young man. He's up to my hip, and he is like 2 years old. Yeah, he's towering over his classmates.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. It's
Oh, yeah. Well, you're tall.
I'm 5'7".
That's tall.
That is tall.
Right.
That is tall. But also, I read tall. I feel like I read tall.
Yeah. You tall and you got tall energy. My big sister, she's 5'2".
Yes.
People won't know when you meet her. Like, how tall is she? She just...
Wow.
I know a lot of people like that.
5'2" is very short, so that means your
She
sister
little.
is coming with big.
Yeah.
tall
Well,
energy.
she's a youth pastor, so she got to deal with middle schoolers and all of that. So
Ooh, yes. Yeah.
she tall, and she was always to me and my brother who got the height. So
Were you scared? Like, or did it work, I guess?
well, it wasn't even really physical.
Yeah, it was just like an energy.
Yeah.
It's a-
Pick that up. Don't leave it on the floor. Oh.
And then you do it.
Yeah. Well, she's 7 years older than me.
Okay.
And 5 years older than my brother. That's a big gap.
That's a big gap. I'm 8 years older than my little brother.
Oh,
and
wow.
I definitely stepped into I am your mother role.
Yeah.
I really did want not only because part of it is our parents were getting divorced. So I was like, okay, I can, but I liked it.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell she liked it too. I don't necessarily think she abused it.
Yeah.
But when
She was young too.
Yeah. And when I was let me think, because I remember her graduating high school in 2006, and that's when I went from 5th grade to 6th grade. Mm-hmm. That's massive.
That's huge. Yeah. At that point, there's nothing you have in common.
Right. We don't. And now as adults, we have a lot in common. She actually just came to visit, say what's up to the kiddo and all that. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it was great.
Yeah, my brother and I are we became buds in our adult life,
Right.
peer to peer. And it's so fun having oh my gosh, a buddy that understands everything about our childhood.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel, and I have an older brother too. I'm the youngest of 3.
Yeah.
I feel kind of in envy for those who don't have what I have. I'm like, I want you to have this. This is lovely. Because we got a WhatsApp group chat and we just be sending memes and stuff. I'm like, this is fantastic.
Brothers WhatsApp group chat.
Yeah, we got the Tennie Sibs chat.
Tennie Sibs.
Yeah, and that's me, my brother and sister. And then we got the big Tennie chat where we got all the immediate Tennies. And then there's it's just great.
I gotta get pregnant again now. I gotta give my child a sibling.
Exactly. And that's why, because pregnancy was super tough on my shorty, and it is again right now. And she's only got 2 months left of this, and then we're done. But our sole goal was to give people a person, because that's what we had. She's got a sister, and I've got 2 siblings. We want our people to have a person.
Oh my gosh, I've never seen thinking of having an additional child as a generosity, in the way you put it just now.
Yeah, and it's weird to think about, but it's because I'm the younger sibling, so I tend to be sympathetic to that, perspective. Mm-hmm. But we can't just think, oh, we need to give Marilu a sibling, because we're giving the sibling Marilu. So we have to give them each other.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
It's too cute.
That's how it is.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Because I wasn't just a gift to my brother and sister. That's selfish. They're my gifts as well.
That is true. Me and my brother are gifts to each other for real, for real, for real, for real. Like, oh my gosh, I have to share this. Our parents are so kooky. They're so weird. Yeah, that's not what I had to share. But this is the start of the story. And they're so weird in their own really separate ways. You know, so kind of assimilation for me and my brother was like not a given. You know, he was like, we were like just kind of looking around and be like, oh, everyone else has kind of a different set of social rules than like our parents both play by.
Yeah.
And so my brother attributes his ability to just understand society to my teachings, you know, and I didn't really know this until like we were like adults, and he and his wife, my sister-in-law, like both asked me, because I've known them both since they were like pretty young, like, we know why Jason's normal and it's because of you, Lilan, but what made you normal? And I was like what kind of helped you kind of like sink in here? And I didn't have an answer too. And then I was like chatting with another friend many months later, and I just kind of, she was just allowing me to talk. And I was just talking about how like, oh yeah, I just feel like I really would not have just kind of got my shit together if I just didn't have this, you know, younger sibling that I like felt so responsible for. And I felt so, you know, connected to, and it was so important for me to him have the best chance. So he really made me the person I am. And she goes, have you told your brother that? I was like, oh, fuck. Our answer is the same. We both
of y'all are each other's answer.
Yes.
Wow. That's beautiful. Oh, my gosh. That's so sweet. Did you tell him?
Well, I guess I have to have him listen to the podcast.
That'd be nice.
That would be fun. No, I did. You know, we love to be able to let each other know when we have an epiphany sometimes, you know, like, man, yeah, you're right. Gosh, siblings can be such gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to feel no pressure.
I know.
Parents can be gifts too, and I think they are. You know?
Did you hear that? That was like a literal release valve. I did feel the pressure. I was like,
no.
You were saying
it was a decision that we made before we ever wanted to have any kids. We knew if we were going to have kids, we wanted to have kids.
Double.
Yeah.
At least. Okay. Yeah.
But that was a decision that we made. And what's crazy is like, I always hear this old adage, which rings so true, which is if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. The idea of me, he receiving them as a joke is you don't know what's going on, that whole thing.
Tee-hee. You thought you were going to just,
But I also feel this responsibility to dream, you know? What am I doing next to this person who I love so much if I'm not like having these ideal visions of what our life could look like? And when I think back to before we got married, kind of the moment where I really knew, man, she ain't going nowhere. You know, like she rocking with me.
I gotta know.
And where she knew he ain't going nowhere. Well, at that moment, we kind of started discussing things about our future and where we wanted to live and how many kids we wanted to have. And there was like a real deep comfort in the relationship from that point on.
We were dreaming together.
Yeah.
You were imagining as a set.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have solo dreams anymore. Most of my dreams are about
the intertwining.
Correct. Yeah.
Damn. That's a good litmus test, right? If like you're kind of like, is this my soulmate? You know, like especially in like those rocky times where you kind of don't know, you know, do you have the ability to imagine together? That could be something.
It's my favorite thing to do. Like this is so you good at this because I'm thinking of stuff I probably would never think about on some other. Just your vibes are so welcoming.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I only bring in welcoming vibes.
Oh,
too,
well,
so
I'm glad to be here.
We are a gift to each other.
Hey, there we go. Podcast. There it is. I like it.
Yay.
But yeah, I was talking to my lady Maria when we went out to dinner on Halloween because we have a homegirl who's staying with us right now, and she offered to babysit. And the kid don't know nothing about no Halloween, so we going on a date. They at the crib doing the trick or treat with the kids and everything. And we were going on a walk, you know, our belly's all big. And we got this lovely dog who I told you about, Clementine. She's a weenie dog.
Clementine.
Oh, she's so cute. And I was like, MJ, I don't know how I feel about telling you this, but I've been thinking maybe this might be like our last dog if we want to do like the things that we are planning to do. She's like, oh, 100% agree. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I was thinking about this too. And right now, like to travel with a pup or to find babysitting options for the dog is very challenging.
Yes.
It's already hard enough to travel with kids.
My goodness.
She had like all the bullet points I have been imagining the last few months in her own head. And then I kind of, like you said, the release valve. So I adjust this and then both of us, because we love our dog and we want to be there every day of our dog's life.
Of course.
But like after that, to get another dog would be another commitment.
Yeah.
And a dog isn't really like a consciousness I want to just leave and then come back to. I want to be there for the dog. And she felt the same way. And it's like, we are homebodies. She was like, you're working in California right now. We stay here, we do our thing, and then we can be bi-coastal once Clementine is finished spending our time with us. And I was like, the fact that we both had the same sort of dream for our life, because she's so
And you were
important.
working on it separately, but like it was the same one.
It was
you
so-
know? And you were kind of hashing it out. It wasn't even just like a ricocheting imagination of just
Right.
like, oh my gosh, honey, what if we were singers? You know,
Right,
at a
yeah.
jazz band. You know,
There's like a practicality to it.
yeah, like it
We
was
got
just like,
dreams. We want to
you're
do theater in New York.
building. It's the difference between like a dream where you're just kind of like, oh, it might feel nice or responding to feeling, and a dream where you're actually just kind of cultivating something. You're
Yeah.
just using your imagination to work on stuff. You know,
Like I'm a hammer, she's a chisel, or vice versa. And we both just working at this thing, trying to figure out the
Shape
sculpture
it.
of our...
And you see this side, and she's got this side.
Yeah. It's really
That
exciting.
is partnership.
Yes.
That is wow. I mean, I hope that people can hear this and like just know that like that is something that is available. That could be available,
Yeah.
you know, like
And we didn't start there, you know, that
Yeah.
that whole dynamic was cultivated too. But but what's cool is, at least for us being as different as we are from one another, there's some unifying level to our communication in that regard, where we can dream together. And
Yeah.
and even if we did like have different visions, like that would be okay, because we know that we can find some sort of best version for us together, or best version for us for now.
Gosh,
Like
you know,
there's-
because then no matter kind of what like static and noise kind of hits the relationship, you know, because there's, you know, we're moving through every chapter together.
Right.
You know, like having that like tether, that's like being like a ship with like the most like heavy duty rope for the anchor.
Yeah.
You know, and so like no matter what a storm is doing, you're just like, look, I maybe shouldn't be anchored down if you're in a storm.
No, I get what you're saying.
this
No, I'm rocking with the metaphor though.
Okay, thank you.
Because the idea is
Yes.
we're not going to be swayed by or we might be swayed by the wind, but we're not going to be toppled over by the storm. You know?
Yes.
I feel that.
Yes.
That's a stunning visual, because there's sometimes where it's like, you know, the wind might be pushing you in the right direction. That's when it's easy. And there's other times where the direction you're trying to go in.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And like
I rock
it's-
with that
And that's
imagery.
kind of also what we sign up for. We don't sign up for it to be easy every day.
No.
We actually sign up to just be like, look, it's gonna be like it's gonna be weird sometimes, but like I want to have that experience with you, you know.
Right.
Like I want to have all these bad experiences with you too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
like-
That's the point.
yeah, that's the point. Man, that is so entwined. My husband has taught me a lot about like working in a partnership, because like I think he's just like kind of just a little bit more like just in certain ways, you know, like everybody's got like a nuance of levels or whatever.
Yeah.
And in the way of like relationship and partnership, I believe my husband is just like a little bit more evolved than I am, you know. Is like there's some times where it's like things are rough and I am mad at him and I'll snap. And he's so good at diffusing. And then when I come back and I'm like, I'm sorry, I snapped. He's like, well, we're a team. He like never forgets that.
Oh, that's great.
He never forgot. I forget we're a team sometimes.
Yeah.
I do, you know, like not often, you know, like,
Right.
but it's just like, oh, even when I'm like trying to provoke, you know, just sometimes it just happens. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he like remembers, he still remembers. He's like, you are provoking me and I am mad, but we will always be a team. And so like, he can't really go too far and like,
Oh, that's beautiful.
yeah, you know, and
I need to
then
get some
I
of that.
reminded.
That's great.
Ooh, yeah. And then I reminded too, I'm like, oh yeah. And so then like the next time like I'm like heated, I'm learning from that moment and just like, okay, look, we are a team. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Now I don't have to be my pissy little self.
Right. Yeah, it brings you out. It zooms back a little bit.
Yes.
So we're talking about my husband.
What does he do?
He's a screenwriter.
Oh, cool.
Yes, he's a TV writer.
Whoa.
Yes, and he's a fiction writer.
Okay, nice.
Yes, and like his fiction career has kind of really like been expanding these last couple of years, but he's been a TV writer for a long time. He actually wrote a story in a literary journal that got published in a literary journal called "My Wife is the Dead Wife." It's fiction. It's fiction.
What's with that title though? How does that make you
Awesome?
feel?
Like
That's crazy.
I mean, you know,
I think the generally like accepted phrase for people getting into writing is write what you know. But I think there's a little bit more nuance to that. If I'm being honest, it's more like use what you know, and then get funky with it.
Yes!
You know what I'm saying? I can't remember where it was. My friend sent me a clip of Greta Gerwig talking about actors, and she was talking about like in this new day and age, actors feel this compulsion to be like real and truthful and all that. And she was like, and that's great. We got a lot of good actors. But I also want to encourage my actors not to forget to perform. And I was like, yo, because I feel that like sometimes
that's been my lesson, or that's been my new lesson. Because you know how like as actors we kind of go through phases.
These cycles.
Yeah,
right?
so I'm at that cycle now of just like, okay, now that I've like really been using myself, you know, how can I just pretend? Isn't pretending fun?
Yeah, like let's make believe.
Yes.
Right? Because yo, I see when I get inspired by work, it's always moments. It's like these weird snapshots. And I don't think this is unique to me, but there will be certain moments in certain films, certain flicks, where actors who maybe are a lot like me, who I'm being inspired by because they're similar to me, maybe physically or maybe vocally. Because like take Denzel, for example. I love Denzel. Everybody loves Denzel. But like one thing I've noticed about him is he has this gigantic presence, but he doesn't have a particularly deep voice. And that's something I've heard about myself. Like, people always think, oh, Luke's got a deep voice. I'm a tenor, dog. Like, my voice is high.
Wow.
No, it's just loud. I'm just a big guy. But I see the way he uses it. He's never, like, forcing this depth. You know who got a deep voice? Dennis Haysbert. That's all state stand. That's a deep voice. You know what I'm saying? It's very specific. But when I watch that dude work, he does all these fun, funky things where I'm like, he's performing. You know what I'm saying? He's not just being, like, doing this... Oh, I'm a real guy. I have seen that.
I am. He's just like, I'm doing.
Yeah, like there'll be because I saw Roman J. Israel Esquire, where he was like, he was just a real dude in that movie, which was really fun. But then I saw him in Gladiator 2, and he had this one line where he's like, and that's politics. And he sounded like a snake. I'm like, bro was just having fun.
Yes.
And then they kept it in, and I'm like, that works for bro, because like he's a serpent, and then there's a little bit of Shakespearean choice in there. Yeah. His whole character is this snake.
Steez on it.
He can't quite fit the clothes because it's new to him, so he's doing this thing, and he's performing. It looked like he having fun. And I'll see people make choices that are bold and brave, and the editor will decide whether or not it's gonna go in there.
Yes.
And it's
I mean, why else? Why do we want to spend a lifetime after it's so hard to like get into the circuit, get into be seen on TV, you know, and then do it again and again? Why do we want to spend our lifetime now white knuckling and be like, I hope I don't do too much, and I hope I want to be
perfect.
Real.
Man,
you know,
perform, like do the work,
have a joy.
Yes, bro.
You know,
have
that's why people are looking into entertainment too. It's to be challenged and moved, and but also it's to feel like release. You know,
to be teleported somewhere,
to be teleported to see some
immersed
joy and
in
have
something,
it, like, you know, vibrate like off of them, and be like, yay, my life is just like a little less worse right now.
Yeah,
because I'm watching someone just be all funky on camera.
Right. And then I was just so inspired by that, and then I started looking for it, and I see it in so many examples. Like there's performers out there.
Yeah, like tell me.
I think of Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy and
he has fun, doesn't he?
It looked like he having a good time up there.
Yeah.
What are some other performances or performers that inspire a lot of what you want to do?
Oh my gosh.
What you do.
Gosh, that's a good question, Luke. I never have a good answer. And like
the reason I phrase it that way is because when people ask, what's your favorite? I can't.
Yeah. Like
I can't like just decide a favorite.
And also it's boring for me to watch it. I'm like, great, now I know your favorite actor. Everybody likes George Clooney, you know?
Right.
Like I don't know much about
that
George
person.
He's great. Yeah, he's fantastic.
But yeah, like I always ask like, what are some of your inspirations or what's on your mind or
I really want to give it up for everybody in Task, this new, I think it's HBO show, Mark Ruffalo. I don't know the actress who plays the niece. If like one starts watching it, you'll know exactly. Maeve is her name. And like just kind of watching her hold attention and a history and a grief. And she's like young. She plays 21. I don't know. So I imagine she's around that age. That like, for me, it's a reason why I lean toward comedy, because it's like it's hard to carry that much grief for me, and then to kick it off, you know, like I'm just like I just don't want to be there that long. I don't want to be in that like world. And she is not only in that world, but she's delivering everything that she needs to. She's like, there's a lot of like she's running away from this person. She, you know, like just carrying all of that, but also being able to hit your mark. Honestly, I struggle with that still.
It's crazy to me how you talk about drama like it's harder. I don't think anybody in their right mind will be like, yeah, comedy's the easier one. Because it's one thing, it's like, if somebody's like, okay, make me cry. Somebody will be like, all right, start telling the story about a dog. Done. You know what I'm saying? Done. It's over. You don't like dogs? All right, a cat. Done. You know what I'm saying? But make me laugh. Go ahead and make me laugh.
I mean, that's an annoying question, I guess.
Exactly. You know, it's like, that's harder to do. I don't know. And then we look at the performers who are exceptionally gifted in comedy, who transition to drama usually very well. And then the reverse is rarely true. Robin Williams, you know what I'm saying? We got Jim Carrey. A lot of these people who started in a lot of this funny stuff can transition. Look at the Wayans.
Yeah.
They transition into drama super well.
Yeah.
But the reverse is hardly true. So the fact that you have that perspective, to me, sounds like when you go and you do something that's drama, you really doing it.
It's hard, man.
You really holding that stuff.
I mean, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm like, I can't clock in. I'm just going to give you my best version of what it feels like to feel this much pain, you know, because I do not want to. Sometimes I like choose to just be like, look, here's a good imitation of like what someone is going through this, because it's like it's so hard to access that like pain, because I'm like, it's so annoying.
It feels like running sprints emotionally.
Yeah, I mean, part of it is just like I can do comedy because I've trained in it. You know, it's not that I have a gift. You know, like maybe I had an intuition, maybe I started somewhere. You know, but so it's like, are you going to ask me to do a skill? But yeah, no, I've been doing improv comedy since I was 15 years old.
So hard. 15. Wow.
15. And by say doing, I guess what's more accurate to say I've been training in improv comedy, you know, because I didn't get on stage. I wasn't automatically like, whoa, this girl is a comedian. You know, and I feel like people in that high school troupe, some of them were, you know, some of them were like, wow, you have found an outlet. For me, it was just like, oh, I just like this hobby. You know, I really like how it makes me feel. In the same way, like hiking gives something back to you. In the same way, just like, oh, I'm never like just some people like can release stress by, you know, playing guitar and stuff. You? Can we like jam someday? I play guitar.
Oh, great.
And I play harmonica.
Now, not super well. But
same. Yeah, well, let's get better together, because I'm right now in like a point in my creative life where I want to start bringing back like creative things that I did that I like don't do anymore. Obviously, we're new parents.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I was playing guitar consistently was before my daughter was born.
Before my belly got too big to, you know.
How you even gonna hold on to the thing when got the baby
like out
in the
here?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's been a second.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nina Concepcion.
And I'm Catherine Bourne-Taylor.
And we are obsessed. Obsessed is a comedy podcast about your hyperfixations, the ones that keep you up at night, hijack your group chats, or send you deep into a Wikipedia spiral at 2 a.m.
Each episode, we deep dive and unpack the niche interests you just can't get your mind off of. From fan fiction to fast food mascots, K-dramas to cursed musicals.
No obsession is too weird when you're among friends.
Only rule: love something a little too much.
Join us each week for new episodes, plus bonus episodes, voice memos, and hyperfixation rabbit holes we definitely didn't plan for.
Listen wherever you get your podcasts, plus get premium ad-free episodes and more at backdrop.fm. It helps support this show, plus you get access to even more. We are obsessed.
old were you when you realized you were the son of a president?
I don't think anyone's ever asked me that before.
FX's Love Story. John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette.
I didn't think I could love someone like this until you.
From executive producer Ryan Murphy.
It's not a question of if I want to spend the rest of my life with you. It's if I'm cut out to be Mrs. JFK Jr.
FX's Love Story. John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. Watch now on FX, Hulu, and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers.
Part of like what also sparks like some really interesting stuff is you pick from my voice memos.
Oh, cool.
And the weird part about this is that I haven't edited them. These are raw voice memos, and I have you choose.
Oh, cool.
Like some of these are not going to be as fun as you think because the last like 13 or whatever from when I was in Taiwan, and I just needed to record.
That's right. Welcome back, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
How to say a word in Chinese. You get to choose anything here, anyone you want, and we'll see what happens out of it.
Okay, I found a 19-second one called Energy. I'm pepping out.
Energy. Okay, let's bring it up. I always get a little nervous at this part because I'm like, what have I been saying?
体力或者精力
You working language?
Yep.
energy.
Ah.
That's just my mom's friend trying to train me on how to say it with a correct pronunciation.
How many languages do you speak?
Oh, just English. Really.
A word?
Yeah. And
the way you were saying that, you could have fooled me.
Well, I'm conversational in Mandarin now.
That's a
okay,
right.
So
isn't that too?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, And then I took French in high school. At one point, I was like pretty conversational, but I've lost a lot of it. I need to learn Spanish before I die.
I'm trying to learn Spanish because I married a woman who speaks Spanish, and my daughter is out speaking me in Spanish, and I'm pretty sure the baby inside of my wife right now knows Spanish more than me too. I gotta pick up the pace.
Oh my gosh! Well, you have the best case scenario because you're surrounded by language.
That I do notice that my Spanish has improved greatly because my daughter thinks I speak Spanish.
Yes. Yeah.
So she'll just address me. Mom and dad speak Spanish. She'll just address me in Spanish, and now I'm speaking way more Spanish than I used to.
That's huge.
It's crazy.
That honestly is the best and easiest way to learn a language where it's just happening to you.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't really have a choice except to be in class. You know,
Right.
that's so much easier than like going online and finding a tutor and then finding a
That's what I wanted to do. But now that my kid is starting to speak Spanish, it's like now we just in it. And now it's weird. I can't even think of examples because it's just like, I don't know, like a couple of days ago, I just remembered that we had been speaking Spanish for the past like 4 sentences.
Whoa.
And I was like, I don't know. Okay.
It's happening to you.
Yeah. And then my lady will help me with like the conjugation. It's like not a thing for her anymore. So maybe I'll say like para ti instead of, or maybe I'll say para tú instead of para ti. And then she'll be back here. I'll say para tú and she'll be like para ti. And I'm like para ti. I don't even notice. It's like the corrections are happening and stuff. Yeah.
That is like, honestly, that is the most ideal way to be learning a language too, because like the conjugation trees are so hard. I did this with like for French, you know. And
Wait,
it's like,
I took French too.
être, yeah.
That stressed me out. I never got it.
Je suis, you know, whatever. See, I don't even know any of these more.
I wish I paid, I paid attention because I passed, but I wish that I had applied it more.
Here's the thing. I think that education is wasted on the K through 12 thing. I think that like and it's wasted on college. I think no, it's not wasted. We need it. We need the education, but we'll never really enjoy it the way we could enjoy it as an adult until we're an adult.
Because I've been wanting to learn so much more since I left high school.
I know. In high school, we're trying not to learn and we're getting all the good stuff.
Right.
I would love to, like, honestly take a high school class again because that's, like, the level that, like, I'm interested in. You know?
Exactly.
You know? Like, high school is good where it's, like, you get the facts about... I would really love a refresher on the Civil War, on, like, you know, on, like, the Mesopotamia, you know, all these random fossils, whatever. You know? I want exactly a high school refresher of it just so I'm, like... generally educated
exactly
again.
Because I feel like I lack a lot of generals. I also went to school in South Florida. Florida's like one of the worst states for education. But I also recently learned, because my sister came to town and she was telling me about how she got tested for ADHD and all that, and how her journey with that has been very helpful to like confirm some things that she had suspicions of throughout her. And she was the academic, classic older sibling.
Yes.
Academic, great grades, super exceptional, like public speaking.
Yeah.
Just very together. Come to find out, she was like doing all of that. I thought it was talent. She was like, nah, I built brick by brick, all of that academic knowledge. I said, what? Because me, like, just tailing along 7 years behind and struggling in all these courses.
Right?
I'm like, yo, I got a question I'm asking her, but she never answered it. She told me to go pull down the encyclopedia and do it myself and find that. But when I look back at my experience, I needed help.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't working. I'm looking at you. And that's the thing. I will always get told by people how bright or intelligent I was conversationally. And then I'm like, you're lying because look at my test scores. So what is this if I'm so smart? I was confused.
Wow.
Like smart means I got it, right? I ain't got it. What's going on? Looking back there, I was like, I needed help, man. There was things that I couldn't like grasp. And this is what a lot of people say, but there are several different kinds of intelligence, but school only educates to one.
Only one.
There's just one. And I get it. It's the majority.
Yeah.
But the reality is that
it should educate to more, but like,
right.
Their system is like really like, gosh, it's really stripped away.
It could be
like,
something for somebody in there different.
I hope we push them into your brain, some of them, and then pass a test, and then you're ready for life. Like, whoa, yikes!
I just remember the main thing that I realized, and I'm cocky about this about myself. Like I'm very confident, is I gotta figure it out mentality, which is something that I remember smart kids in my school not having. There were some kids who were smarter than the smart kids who I caught because I had perceptive skills. Like there's this one kid I remember, I don't even know where he's at, but his name was Justin, and he would lie about how hard the tests were. I knew that they were easy for him. I saw him lying because it made it socially easier for him. Whoa. And he'd be like, watch, I'm going to fail this. But he was like salutatorian or whatever. Yeah. I'm like, you ain't fooling me, dog. Like I could catch on to what was going on. It was so competitive that for him to be like, yeah, it's easy for me would sacrifice his social relationships. So he was just, I'm going to act like it's hard. I don't know. He went to like MIT or something. He probably
just the natural, just like.
But he was a natural, and he was like, for me to actually maintain these study groups, these friends, for people who want to hang out with me, they got to think it's as tough for me as it is for them. I could see that.
Wow.
And then I'm navigating in school like I'm smart enough to see stuff like that.
Sure.
But when you put this math in front of me, I'm struggling. In English, I was great, but only in like extended responses.
So there's like a spectrum of just like what everyone's natural abilities are going to be. And then we know about how like this environment only caters to one intelligence. And so I think that's why it's just extra important that we are creating like these really good environments for our kids for them to like be who they are,
equipping them with tools that we lacked.
Yes, and also allowing a lot of space. So whatever aptitude has been naturally been rattling around there has the space to grow. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you know a lot more than like your parents did, as far because like time has evolved, Of course we do, like as far as like, oh, even though this thing seems like societally it's a way to raise an upstanding child, here's something you might have not thought about, mm-hmm. So we're like even giving more room, more space for our kids to like really feel comfortable being the brightest they could be.
That's one of the reasons I feel like that hope is essential, because if we don't have it, then we're not going to buy it when we're trying to pass it on to our kids.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they'll read it. Like how I caught Justin. I keep bashing this dude. I mean, really, it's nothing but respect. But it's like, I caught you, bro. And our kids will hold us accountable. Be like, you don't believe that. You don't even buy that. If we don't have that hope, that conviction, that we actually believe that.
Yeah, they can sniff
that this world can be improved.
Ooh, my goodness. Yes. How can we, no matter what kind of thing we can offer as far as like a parenting hack, like what does it all mean if we're not, if we don't embody that energy, because then they don't trust it when it's there.
And that's why I'm so big on like kids media right now. I'm actually really excited because I started writing kids movies. So I got
Goodness,
one.
we
I
gotta
got
have some
one.
good voices out in there, you know.
Yeah, like when I was growing up, I remember stuff that really moved me, like Daddy Daycare. I remember The Pacifier, The Incredibles, and I just remember movies with like The Incredibles was really nuanced because when I was a kid, I remember not connecting with the kids. I remember connecting with Mr. Incredible and Mrs. Incredible. I remember that being the main storyline. It was about this guy who was like, it's not about being the hero; it's about doing what's necessary. And when he realized that and fought for his family with his family, he allowed them to fight for themselves and for each other.
Yeah.
That was when he was truly victorious. But the guy at the beginning with I got time, the solo act, that wasn't it. He had to learn that over the course of the movie to work together with his family.
Yeah.
That's when the moral was learned. And as a kid, I remember receiving that. That shaped me. That was a fundamental experience.
Yes.
So I want to contribute to these new kids in my daughter's lives by making media that will convict them and inspire them to go out there and learn lessons and figure it out in a way that they can actually leave this world better than they came into it. Yes. It's media like that inspired me.
I mean, hey, we all have the ability, and I think that we all come with our earnest self, but compassion should be demonstrated and taught, otherwise the kid can get lost there, and so it's like we've got to be showing, how do we include, how do we have compassion, how do we have how do we have these lessons of in having that group, kids media is so important.
I agree. I'm trying to get in there, and I thought for a while, because I write with a good friend of mine named Noam, and we got this short film that's coming out called Jade. It's like the work of my life. I think it's the best work I did as a performer. I think it's it's well written. Everything was split down the middle with him. And with him, I create more mature stuff. And I'm realizing that for now, on my own, I'm going to be writing kids stuff.
Wow.
So it's
huge.
Yeah, when I'm collaborating, I'm checking that box that I need to fulfill in terms of making content that I would want to go to the theaters and see myself now.
Yeah.
And then I'm also writing this kid stuff on my own. Because right now, while my kids are young, if I can make movies for them throughout the course of their childhood, maybe they'll have a little bit more of what I had. There's so many messages. Take Aladdin. Aladdin wasn't somebody who was just like a cool street urchin. The coolest thing about him to me was the fact that he tricked the genie. His first wish, he didn't even wish. He said, "I bet you couldn't even get us out of here." And the genie was like, "What?" And then they get out and he goes, "That's one wish." He's like, "No, it's not." Bro, we need to teach our kids to be clever.
Yes. You're so
he was working
right.
the system.
It's real. And it's real. And and you know why he's doing it. It's not here's it. That's another thing too, is that so much kids media, as we think of it, is short form.
Yeah.
Where it's just oh, you're just learning you're seeing a clever moment. It's no, we see this in the context of a person, a man who's had to be clever, who's had to, a youth who's had to be cunning, has because the odds were not in his favor. And so then it has purpose and meaning and stuff like that. Man, that heyday of Disney movies.
Yeah.
Aladdin, my favorite movie, I think, out of all.
Really?
Well, then of course when Mulan came out, I was like, of course I gotta go Mulan. For every
also
reason.
clever. The
Also
whole
clever.
movie is a ruse.
So clever, and based in I really do think that the animated Disney version really did that story justice.
I agree. The music was incredible.
Oh, the music, fantastic, But yeah, and also that one was such a special one. We're talking about these lessons learned too. The first Disney princess, quote unquote, not a princess, did not need a man at the end, didn't end in a romantic happening, was just I am just a whole on being. I'm a 3-dimensional, and I don't even trick you at the end where it's just because I caught the guy, ladies. She was I continue to exist.
She said, "I am that guy." Literally.
I am literally
right?
that guy.
And I got girls, so it's I rock with that. It's so important. I feel it's fundamental. Those stories to me taught me as a guy that I can't act as though I'm necessary in a woman's life. I need to make sure that I actually have something to offer.
I'm so curious. I'm curious on what that is to receive a guy, a woman's story as a guy too. But that's cool. Yes, I love that.
Just being a fan. I love the Powerpuff Girls. My brother and I, we used to put shorts on our head.
Oh my god.
and be Powerpuff Girls.
That's awesome.
The only thing was we didn't have a third. Like we needed somebody to be the third Powerpuff Girl. I don't even remember picking. I think I really liked Blossom because she was like the leader.
Yeah.
know?
I liked oh my gosh.
Buttercup.
Yeah.
She was
green.
like the
Tom.
She was the tomboy of the group, and then Bubbles was the girly one.
Yes.
And even those stories because they fought the Rowdy Rough Boys, and the boys thought that they had it in the bag. Why? Because they were boys until the PPGs beat the brakes off of them cats.
Yes.
And yo, we could show them this stuff, and that's great. But I think it's different to have something come out as a part of the zeitgeist that many kids are discussing that can help confirm their suspicion that it might be good. You know,
Luke, you are calling me to action, man. Like you are
trying to get in on this?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, let's make stuff for the kids,
My
man.
goodness. All right. Well, I mean, for real, you really lit a fire in me just now of just being because it's been we got some great stuff that is like helping us along. Shout out to Ms. Rachel. I try to do it every time. My goodness, is she the word? Also love. I guess here's my personal shout out to this YouTube channel called Baobei Zhongwen, which is just Mandarin Chinese Ms. Rachel.
We got one, Miss Vale. Shout out to her.
Oh, I love Miss Vale.
You know about Miss Vale?
Oh, I know Miss Vale.
And my kid loves Miss Vale. So
My kid's too obsessed with Baobei Zhongwen. You know, he doesn't even
Right.
want to watch Ms. Rachel. He wants to
exactly,
watch
my
Baobei
kid don't
Zhongwen.
care about Miss Rachel. She want Miss Vale because that's she's half Mexican, so that's what she's connected with.
Yeah, my kid's a quarter
He was
Taiwanese.
like, yo,
yeah, he's like,
I'm trying to hear my language.
The ancestors are like, hello,
You want this
you are
one.
this.
That's what you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, man, he feels it more than I do. It's funny because he's like a blonde little kid, but like when we went to Taiwan, he was at home in a way I have never felt, in Taiwan. I'm Taiwanese pride, I feel very Taiwanese in many ways, but he was like, I am with you guys.
Right, yeah.
In a way where I've only felt like a tourist. Wow.
That was Marty Lou in Mexico. Yeah, she was just like, these are my friends. Hola, amigos. Yeah. Cool. So, but I think it's that young exposure too.
It's a young exposure.
And it's probably you as well. Like just shepherding him throughout that. He feels you. He feels the area.
Because I've had to do a lot of self work to make sure that he's not getting those bad vibes from me. Like,
it's
not
probably
bad
working.
vibes, but stressful vibes.
Yeah.
Like,
Any
it's like,
anxiety, whatever.
The anxiety. I'm just like, hey, this can be your thing, and it doesn't have to be like the way it was to me. I feel like it's a very second generation Asian American thing to like feel a lot of shame for not knowing your like where your parents grew up, like not knowing your language that like is spoken in the family, and for me to just be like, I am not going to give that to you.
Right.
It stays here. You do you. You do you.
Unfortunately, that's very common in a lot of different like American immigrant stories. Like for my wife, who was born in the States but went back to Mexico. She was like 2 or something. Stayed there till she was 16. That's formative years. Like her RAM starts at 2, right? To 16, the last 2 years spent in the States. That's a Mexican woman. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna tell her otherwise.
Exactly.
Like she speaks Spanish as her first language. She lived in Mexico for the formative years of her life. She still has not outlived the time that she lived in Mexico.
Wow.
In the States.
Yeah.
She's a Mexican woman. And it's like there are certain weird sort of elitist perspectives from a lot of cultures that come from different nations who are like, well, you aren't this if not this. Like you can't say you're Mexican if you were born in the States. And that might be said by somebody who was born in Mexico and lived here.
Sure.
That's not to say that they're not Mexican. It's just nobody's trying to say that you're not that.
Yeah.
What's the point of doing that weird separation stuff?
And us also just label too.
What are we doing?
Label too. Like there's no connection with like a more complex, more 3D image, a vibe. That is actually more truthful. Hello, like no. It's that's a really good thing too. Just like the binary of like, oh, if you do this, then you cannot be this. It's just like, well,
who's making these rules?
Yeah, it's clear from our whole conversation that like that is applied to how you see the world.
Yeah, you don't get to tell people what to do. You don't make these rules.
No.
What is this?
Right? Yeah. Just like, come on, just get together, take it easy. Like let's not be finding any way to like separate or define each other from each other right now. We need to be together. Okay, we have Luke Tennie.
I had a great time.
Me too.
That was lovely.
This was the best, man. I mean, I feel like I do like kind of like a podcasty thing where it's just like people want to find you How do they find you? I mean, you've already kind of like shouted out all the things you're excited about. Where's Jade?
It's gonna be on YouTube.
Do you want to say an Instagram handle or something? I don't know.
Yeah, sure. You can follow me. I'm Luke Tennie everywhere. That's it. And shrinking.
Oh yeah. We didn't even talk about shrinking
That's how
once.
we met.
That's how we met.
We'll never have a scene together. My goodness. But
We'll
this
never
is
have a
great.
scene together.
This is great.
We've had this scene.
We'll have a scene together in another thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna share a show.
yeah, for sure. Watch Shrinking. Recently, I'm gonna be on, or I am on now, Abbot. And if
Yes,
this is
that's right.
Yeah, Abbott's great. Abbott's like the best hard comedy we got out there right now.
Yes, it's
great.
good.
And when this comes out, I just found out I'm also going to be on the Pitt, which is very exciting. I don't know, man. I think it's just a season of blessings. I'm just really-
2026.
Yeah, I'm
Luke,
just happy.
Tennie, strong.
Yeah.
That is exciting.
I found out like 2 days ago. I'm glad they did it. I don't think they would have hired me if it wasn't for Shrinking. They love Shrinking. So they seen you, they seen everybody. They love it.
Yeah,
People love that show.
people love Shrinking.
Yeah.
I love Shrinking. I love that people love Shrinking.
Yeah. It's giving me other jobs. I wish I could say, oh, yeah, because I'm out there auditioning. It's hard. No, people like Shrinking and they want to work with the people on that show.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, we got to wrap it up.
This is dope.
This
Thank
was
you.
the best.
You're great.
You're great, Luke.
Man, what a fantastic time.
That was the best.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and listening to this pondersation. Hope it was joyful or funny or cute or insightful and you got something out of it, even if it's just loving your sibling a little bit more. And if that rings true for you, share this with a friend, leave a review. And for Shrinking fans, definitely stay tuned for next week's episode where I interview my buddy and also co-star from Shrinking, Devin Kawaoka. And for more awesome stuff, subscribe for ad-free episodes, bonus content, and more pondery goodness at backdrop.fm.